What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, I've got a really good example for you guys today of how you're being manipulated by the corporate press. These people just love to manipulate everything. Now, there's this situation going on in Pennsylvania right now. Check this out. Look, we'll show you. We'll go ahead and start off with the corporate press headline. Trump stokes unfounded cheating claims in pivotal Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's right. So Trump is saying, hey, look, there's a bunch of fraudulent votes going on, blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of stuff. But look, and then this is what they do. This is what they do. Let me show you the tweet right quick. Pennsylvania is cheating and getting caught at large-scale levels rarely seen before. Report cheating to authorities. Law enforcement must act now. Now, that sounds, run-of-the-mill. Now, this is what happens. Now, we saw that headline. Okay, so this Trump will hear about something from the news and then get out there on the campaign trail and say, hey, we found a bunch of fraudulent votes in Pennsylvania. And then they put out an article saying, oh, unfounded claims of blah, blah, blah. Well, is that so, corporate press? Because on that same article, they go on to say this. On social media, Trump has personally raised voter fraud claims in Lancaster County and York County. The former president is correct in a sense. Officials in Lancaster County said they stopped what may have been potential voter registration fraud. But on Truth Social, Trump claimed Lancaster County was caught with fake ballots and forms, a claim that distorts an instance that officials in Pennsylvania are promoting as an example of their security systems working properly. Yeah, so they found 2,500 registrations, fraudulent registrations. Okay, so Donald Trump is not wrong. He's not saying that Lancaster County is doing this, which is what I'm getting from that. That's what they're trying to say that he's saying, but that's not what he's saying. He hears something on the news. That's the point. He hears something on the news and then reports it, like on the campaign trail, or he'll put out a tweet or something like this. And then the corporate press, as a matter of fact, the same corporate press that reported originally on the story will pick it up and say unfounded claims because Trump might not word it exactly how they did. He may phrase it slightly differently. So they say, oh, fact check, not true, such and such and such and such, blah, blah, blah. It's just crazy, y'all. It's just crazy, the manipulation and what they do. ABC News previously reported that officials in Lancaster County said they stopped potential incidents of voter registration fraud just weeks before the presidential election. The Lancaster County Board of Elections said in a statement that approximately 2,500 suspected fraudulent voter registration applications were dropped off at the election office in 2 batches around the deadline to register. The board said concerns were raised during the normal review process and law enforcement was alerted. Yet that's all Trump is saying. Now, that post that they were talking about Trump's, I couldn't find that post. I went and ran through all his truth. I ran through his X account and could not find what post they were talking about or of what they worded specifically in that article, what he was saying. The only post I could find was pretty much, it was a double post. He posted the same post twice, I guess you could say. But that's not the only manipulations that's going on right now. That was just something I wanted to cover to get out of the way because I found it to be a little bit fun, and it's a good way to show you the manipulations of how they twist Donald Trump's words around. It's just crazy, y'all. And it's like, why do y'all do that, man? Y'all shooting yourselves in the freaking foot. But check this out. This is even more nuts. Trump supporters insist vote is rigged after TV station accidentally airs election results test showing Kamala wins. The randomly generated results depicted Harris winning the state of Pennsylvania. Oh, Pennsylvania, huh? With 52% of the vote. That is right. That is right. So look, check this out. Yeah, this is a screenshot from that. This is a crazy story. And yeah, we're going to find out. Well, there's something fishy going on here. But let's dip into it right quick. Supporters of former President Donald Trump are spreading conspiracy theories regarding rigging in the upcoming presidential election after an ABC affiliate accidentally aired test election results for the state of Pennsylvania. Now, that's kind of fishy right off. Like, to me, it's fishy, but you might think, well, that's not really fishy. They're airing test results. Yeah, they're making sure the Chiron or whatever is working properly, right? Right? Why would they need to test that? These systems have been in place for years. Why would they be testing this on a Sunday, like during the Grand Prix, when they know a lot of people are going to be watching this? Why wouldn't they test this at a later date, very early in the morning or very late at night? Like, why would you test it in the middle of the day, in other words? That is the first red flag. On Sunday, while broadcasting the Formula One Mexico Grand Prix, ABC local affiliate WNEP TV accidentally aired election results for the state of Pennsylvania on the ticker at the base of the screen, depicting a win for Vice President Kamala Harris in an election that has not occurred yet. The ticker demonstrated that Harris won 52% of the vote in the state, whereas Trump only received 47%. Trump supporters immediately took to social media claiming that this mistake foreshadowed election rigging that would actually occur after the 2024 elections, delivering Harris the presidency unfairly. And here's a post from a user on X. I asked before, and I'm asking again, what will conservatives do if they steal this thing again, like they blatantly did in the past? One wrote, X, formerly Twitter user. And they just gonna sit down and whine as the media establishment calls them unhinged and crazy. This is the real question, and I hope someone provides an answer. The stakes are way too high, and trust me, these guys are not gonna want to lose, even if it means stealing in full glare, which they are not unfamiliar with. Yeah, some people love to spread conspiracy theories. I live in northeast Pennsylvania in the viewing area of WNEP, and they are very biased TV station. Don't believe their explanation one bit, wrote another Wendy Joe, as a matter of fact. Yeah, these people. Yeah, hey, look, I've kept that one in there. I skipped over some other conspiracy theory garbage because I'm not big on conspiracy theorists. I like to theorize a little bit, but I'm not all that big on conspiracies because personally, I don't believe that humans can get along well enough and keep secrets to organize these large conspiracies. But, you know, something like this, yeah, let's kind of dabble a little bit into this because this is just kind of crazy. But I kept that last one because this person is from Pennsylvania. Yeah, they know the TV station, so they know if they're biased or not. So that's why I kept that one in there. But explaining the incident, WNEP said that the ticker had been randomly generated for a screen test in order to assure that broadcasting would run smoothly on election night, November 5th. The test results for the upcoming November 5th general election mistakenly appeared on WNEP early Sunday evening during a broadcast of the Formula One Mexico Grand Prix, the station said. Those numbers should not have appeared on the screen, and it was an error by WNEP that they did. So, now, let me ask you guys right quick down in the comments section, did that raise any red flags to you guys right off? Like, I immediately caught that when I read that out. I was like, hang on here. I thought they were testing. Didn't they go on to say it was an accident? Hang on. No. Hang on. So which one was it? Because you could just say it was testing and that's it. But you said it accidentally appeared on there. I thought you intentionally did that because you were testing. Yeah, this is why conspiracy theories run amok on places like this. And once again, like the reason I kept that tweet, they know the TV station is very biased. And now they have conflicting stories. This is what I don't get. They love to say, oh, they're just spreading conspiracy theories online. That's all they're doing. Well, when you give us conflicting stories like this, when you say, yes, we were just testing, it was an accident. Which one was it? To be honest with you, because I'm sorry, you don't just test something because testing something is intentional. You're intentionally putting this information up there to make sure it's going to come through on election night, to make sure your systems are working, whatever. We can take that explanation and, hey, fine. If that's what you want to give, that's what you want to give. But when you come back on top of that and say it was an accident, hang on. Now we have a problem because, I'm sorry, you don't accidentally test things. Like seriously, you don't accidentally test this to make sure it's working. Like, seriously, like, these people make no sense whatsoever. And now when you add that, oh, it was an accident, now it sounds like you're trying to cover something up. But, however, this is going to be on the internet forever. So we know that come November 5th, if Kamala Harris wins by that many votes, because I know you guys saw that screenshot just a second ago. Oh, crap. I'll have to go get the full screenshot and I'll put it up here. I don't have it currently on my phone, but I will get it and show you guys the 3,299,000,000, whatever number that is. 52% to 47%. But you see those exact numbers right there? That's what we're going to have, that screenshot. And if just so happen Kamala Harris happens to win by that exact amount, we're going to know that something was very fishy with this. And we're going to know that this was rigged as hell. At least in Pennsylvania. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's just insane that they would throw this out there, say it was a test, and then say, oh, that was just an accident, y'all. Just an accident. WNEP regrets the error and apologizes for any confusion. We have taken steps to ensure that it doesn't happen again. And you gotta love that, y'all. You gots to love these people in their insanity. And they call us crazy. Oh, we're living a delusion world. We're all cultists over here, right? Like, I'm still getting comments coming in from that same David Pakman video. Oh, and by the way, Mr. John Broker, yeah, I didn't forget about you. Yeah, I watched some of that rally. I don't know why you wanted me to watch the Madison Square Garden rally. I have no idea. Yeah, the comedian, some of that stuff wasn't funny. Some of it was. I know a lot of people took offense with what he said about Puerto Rico being a floating pile of garbage. Yeah, he's a roast comedian. I'm sorry. That's just how that is. But look, I don't know what you wanted me to take from that, to be honest with you. That was a very standard rally. All the speakers were saying very standard stuff. I don't know why you wanted me to look into that one specifically, but I did because I told you I would, and I don't get it. Now, I do know that people like Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, and all these people were claiming that it was a Nazi rally, which, if there's Jewish people at Nazi rallies, well, that's weird, don't you think? Come on, man. Come on. You got to stop trying to twist the facts around here. Stop trying to twist the narrative. Stop trying to get me to think that Trump is an evil orange man. I'm not going to think that unless he proves to be otherwise, which, once again, I haven't seen any proof of this yet, and I read a lot of news, and like I said, I tell everybody all the time, I wasn't behind Trump after the 2020 election. As a matter of fact, I was like, holy crap, I can't believe that dude would do some stuff like that. We thought he was a good guy. Come to find out he wasn't. You got all these indictments coming out, but it was when the documents case came out. I thought to myself, don't presidents have plenary power to unclassify any documents? And then I got to looking into it, and sure enough, they do. So then I'm like, well, how are they charging him with stealing classified documents? That doesn't make any sense. Why didn't he just declassify this stuff? And come to find out, he supposedly did. Blah. Who's to say otherwise? However, I got to looking into that case a little bit more, and I see it's bogus. It's just outright bogus because of the simple fact that, hang on, a NARA facility held on to the 2 pallets of documents for 6 months before they shipped them to Mar-a-Lago. So, hang on, if he's stealing classified documents, they had 6 months to figure that out, which they should have already known at that point that he had those documents. Why would it take them that long? Now, okay, you might say, well, they screwed up, and they sent them down there anyway. Okay. So, hang on. So the president doesn't have plenary power. He doesn't have records that he can take to his house. Or is that what you're trying to say here? Because they never come out and told us what those records contained. Now the corporate press come out and made all these baseless claims that they were nuclear secrets and all this other stuff. Well, the FBI isn't going to release this. And then we come to find out that the FBI took and made up placeholders, placed them on the ground to make it look like Donald Trump just had documents strewn all over the place, took a picture of it, and leaked that to the corporate press. That was the red flag that really got me into this. And then once I looked into all that and I found the documents case was garbage, which it's been dismissed at this point, so bye-bye documents case, I started looking into all the other cases. And yeah, there's a lot there, by the way. There's a whole lot of research you need to go through to figure out what's really going on with this. Of course, we're not going to find out the truth until he actually goes to court, if he ever goes to court, because at this point, it doesn't look like they're going to go to court, because it looks like all these charges were just drummed up for no apparent reason. In other words, the Justice Department doesn't have legal footing to stand on these cases. Georgia has almost been dismissed. That one's about to go bye-bye. They're having to rework that case to try and get Donald Trump. I'm sorry, you can't get him. And then on the cases where they did get him, you know, a clerical error, a falsified business record, which is a misdemeanor, right? And then they had to go, they couldn't just take the win right there, because that's a clear case, falsifying business records under the legal statute, if you want to go that route, right? So yes, Trump did that. He should have put on there, yeah, he paid off his lawyer who paid off Stormy Daniels. If he would have just put that, no problems whatsoever, because that's completely legal to do. It's you might think, oh, it's underhanded. He slept with a porn star. Well, we don't know that. We don't know that. He denies it. She also denied it, as a matter of fact. But people make up claims like this all the time, and sometimes it's cheaper just to pay them off to shut them up than it is to have to bring them to court for defamation or whatever. You know, so maybe he just decided, look, it's just cheaper to pay her off. Screw it. Who cares? So we don't know if he really did that or not. We don't. Okay, so don't try to throw in the comment section that he slept with a porn star, blah, 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 because it's just not true. We don't know. It could be true. It might not be true. We have no freaking clue. Right? We'll never know that, as a matter of fact. Although she did come out and say, now, I could say that that could be a result of the NDA, for crying out loud. Could very well be. Could very well be. But all these other cases that are just garbage, right? Like the fraud case, the state attorney, Letitia James's case. That one is about to get overturned on appeals. All that $450 million that he was ordered to pay, yeah, that's about to go bye-bye. Yeah, that one's about to be overturned in the appeals court. So now all we have really is falsifying business records, which is a misdemeanor that they upped to felonies on a multiple choice. If that's not a skewed court, like that's a perversion, an outright perversion of our criminal justice system, if I've ever seen one. Like, I covered those cases in depth, by the way. Mr. John Broker, I'm still talking to you. If you want to go look at those videos, you can. You know for a fact that that was a biased judge, a biased jury, a biased prosecutor, and it was all rigged against Donald Trump. Now, did he do something wrong? Yes. As a matter of fact, he did. Donald Trump does a lot of stuff wrong, right? I'm sure that they could try to get him on some kind of tax evasion, right? I'm sure if they dig deep enough, they could. But guess what? They haven't done that yet, have they? So if we're just going to make up a bunch of stuff and fearmonger about Donald Trump instead of look at base reality of what he actually does, which is not that bad as a matter of fact, then let's do this and let's be civil about this and let's talk about it like adults and get the facts out there and all agree that Donald Trump is going to be way better than Kamala Harris. Okay, so that's the choices we have right now. I mean, who's really voting for Jill Stein or Cornel West? There's several others, but they have absolutely, none of them have a chance of winning. We know this. But I mean, at this point, you know, the RFK Jr. is not in the running anymore. I was genuinely considering RFK Jr., to be honest with you, and the longtime followers of this channel know that I was backing Vivek Ramaswamy in the primary. I wasn't behind Trump. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not an all-out Trump cultist guy, by no means, right? I've talked bad about Trump. I've criticized him before. He's spent a lot of money. Right now, we had COVID. Most of that spending came through the pandemic. However, even back in the day when we got that $2,000 stimulus check from Trump, I was like, this is ridiculous. The United States government shouldn't be spending money like this, just sending it out to the population. I still disagree with that, to be honest with you, even though my wife bought a freaking puppy that is now my best friend, and without that check from Donald Trump, I wouldn't have my best friend right now, my little puppy, who, by the way, is healing up fine. In case you guys didn't know, his little jaw was broken. He was attacked by another dog that, come to find out, was purchased from the stimulus check from Donald Trump. Got attacked. The dog just ran out and grabbed his face and crushed his little jaw. Poor little guy. Felt bad for him. It took me and the guy's owner everything we had to get that dog off of my dog. It was nuts, man. I wanted to kill that dog outright at the point. Yeah, I did, because, I mean, it was just for no reason. Me and the little pup were just walking down the road, and the guy's dog just come running out of the garage and just ran up and bam! Just attacked him. Like, for no reason whatsoever. He didn't even see it coming. Like, I remember it all happened in slow motion. You know, those things, they play out in slow motion or whatever. I remember watching the dog just bam, just hit him, and my little pup was still just walking down the road. It was crazy. That was a crazy situation, you know. Crazy situation. Ended up costing me almost $8,000 at this point. Yes, $8,000. That's nuts. But I've gotten way off topic. But yeah, I checked out the rally. So, you know, I don't know what you wanted me to get. Maybe explain why you wanted me to look at that rally so bad down in the comment section. But, you know, it was a normal rally. What do you want me to say? A lot of people call Trump Hitler all the time, right? I mean, for God's sakes, you're not griping about Joe Biden coming out calling all Trump supporters garbage, are you? And speaking of that, Joe Biden and the White House staff may have violated federal law by altering the transcript of what Joe Biden said. So how about that? And do you think he'll be prosecuted for that? No, I don't think so. Do you think any of those people are going to be fired for doing that? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, but I think I've ran on for long enough. Y'all, don't forget to smash that like button for me. Share this video anywhere and everywhere you can. And if you're new around here, please do me a big favor and smash that subscribe button. I sure would appreciate it. Appreciate it a whole bunch. But hitting that like is real important too. If y'all could do that for me, I would be grateful. I would be in your debt, as a matter of fact. But y'all let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comment section. Do you like being manipulated? Y'all let me know what y'all think. That's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.